you are a clock, and your arms are at 4 and 8. Is that the right size? Is that 4? As you were looking at me, that would be like 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock,
I got it.
and that's fucking bench time, baby. So now we're going to talk about setting up with a bench press. So the first thing that I do myself is I lay back, and I like to stick my head off the other side of the bench. So head all the way off, that way you can kind of give yourself a bit of room to get into position. So when your head's off the other edge, you take your hands and you find your grip. Myself, I like to use a wider grip. I favor, stronger chest and shoulders, so typically the wider grip that you take, you're going to use a bit more pec and a bit more shoulders. Of course, elbow position and how much you tuck will also play a major role in that, but for the majority of people, a wider grip is going to be a little less in the triceps and more in the pecs. So take my grip and I use middle finger around the ring. I'll set my feet there, pull myself through into position, and as I'm pulling myself through, I'm wedging my scapula, my shoulder blades back and down, and that's going to bring your rib cage up, so you're in the optimal position to press from, shortening the range of motion. So your rib cage is tall, and as we're doing that, we're going to unrack the bar, take a deep breath. So you're unracking with your elbows. You don't want to pull your shoulders out of position there, so just unrack with the elbows, just pull over with the lats, keeping your chest tall. Before you bring the bar down, you take another deep breath, keep that in, and we're looking, if you look at, say, the hands on a clock, you think about your arms being at 4 and 8 o'clock there. Fucking bench time, baby. At this angle, bringing the bar down. If you're tucking too much, you're over tucking, you're putting too much pressure through your elbow, and your triceps are going to be doing a hell of a lot of work. You're basically going to be switching everything off in your pecs. And as you get down to a certain point, it may work with equipped lifters, but for raw, you don't have that kind of space there, and they end up over-rotating your shoulders, and it can cause a lot of injury. So I want to be bringing down, tall rib cage, a little pause on the chest as you press up, flaring slightly, which is going to push you into a better position to use your pecs and finish the lift in the triceps, and chuck the bar back in the rack. The head will be way off the opposite end of the bench, so let's give us space to see what's going on with our grip. And from here, Stella likes to set her upper body first, so we're getting our scapula retracted, shoulder blades down and back, and then she will set her feet. She's in a flat foot position here, and we want to think about unracking the bar through elbow extension and then using a spotter to pull it over and your lats. The arms are going to be at 4 and 8 o'clock if you're looking at the clock, and then you pull the bar into you, keeping your chest tall, then drive up through that same plane of motion. A slight flare there on the elbows on the way up. You're not locking out so hard that your shoulders are popping out of position, losing all that setup that you've just spent time creating. It's perfect.